Hello everyone, and welcome back to my crafting world. This is Anna. Guys, I'm so super excited to show you my project that I made, and I am going to make the tutorial with you guys so you know how I put this together. I saw a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. She's having a birthday extravaganza, and I watched her video, and I did follow her video for the bag, but not the box. I just used her dimensions for the box. Her box is different, and you know what? I'm gonna link the videos that I watched into the description box. That way, if you want to do her exact copy, you can. So I used a paper that I had in my stash for this particular design. The one that we're going to make together is going to be different. But this is a handbag with a display box. And this is, of course, the box, as you can see. The outside of the box, it all has the pink paper on it, even on the bottom. So on the front, this is the box from the front, and I just love how it turned out. I used a Martha Stewart punch for this top right here, and I used some matte gold paper to outline the front of the box, and then of course acetate for the window part. And then this box just opens up. It does have a couple of small magnets on the flap, just so it'll close nicely. And then opening it up, I can grab my bag out of the display box with the handle. And there's the inside of the box. And it's not decorated on the inside. Here are the magnets that I put on, and then the other ones are on under this paper right here. And I didn't want to cover these up because I was afraid that maybe they are small magnets, and I was afraid that they wouldn't catch, you know, and they do good right there. But this is the box, guys. Isn't that fun? Oh my goodness, I just thought it was so much fun. I didn't even want to decorate it. I just like the way the box is. It's a display box. I just like the way the box looked this way, nice and plain. I just thought the paper speaks volumes, so I just left it like this. So there's the box, and here is the purse. Oh my goodness, this was so cute. It was so much fun to make. When I saw her make it, she just popped up on my news feed, so I clicked on it, and I just thought this was so adorable. So I used, and this one is like hers. I think hers was black and white though. I don't know if she had a pink one, but this paper I had in my stash, so I went ahead and used it. And the flap of the purse is solid. I had this piece in my stash, and I got this one from Sherry. Thank you, Sherry. And then the rest of the purse is solid with the exception of the back. Now in her tutorial, she leaves the flap that you see under here, she leaves it on the outside. I kind of didn't want it on the outside, so I went ahead and glued the DSP over the flap. And this is so cute, guys. I just thought it was so adorable on the inside. And this also has a magnet for the closure. And on the inside, it's plain. It is a plain colored inside. As you can see, there's the magnet. This paper isn't very thick, but there's the magnet. And there we go. Oh my gosh, that was just so much fun to make. So I thought I would make another one. And then of course, this one would go in the display box. And there we go. Oh my gosh, guys, so much fun. So I left everything nice and plain, really simple but elegant. So that is what I did with this one. Now the next one that I make, I am going to use the Prima, what is this called? Watercolor Floral. This is so pretty. I got this one through ASC Crafts in one of my design team packages. And I normally write the date, and I didn't, but it may have been 2 months ago. So I'm using this paper, and for the solid paper, I am going to use this really pretty teal color. It's a darker teal, so I'm going to use that. So let me show you how to put this bag together. So first of all, I'm going to bring out my scoreboard and show you what I need. Let me grab my notes here, guys, because you know, this is not my design, so I have to look at notes. This is a 6x6 piece of cardstock, and of course solid. And then I also cut 2 6x4 pieces, and these are 6x4 solid, so you need 2 of those. And I also need 2 6x3 pieces that are solid, and then I need 1 3x3, and then I also need 1, so this one is 1 15/16 of an inch by 2 15/16 of an inch. Okay, so what I am going to do, and then for my DSP, for my DSP, I have 2 pieces that are 6x4, and these are for the front and back of the bag. So I'm going to take my 6x6. This is for the flap, okay? So I'm going to score at 7/8 of an inch, which is right here. If you have the Martha Stewart scoreboard, it is the mark right in front of the 1 inch mark. Okay, so 7/8 of an inch right there, and then 3 inch right here. Okay, so that is our flap for the bag. I'm gonna set that aside. And then for the 6x4, we're not actually gonna score this one, so I'm gonna set that one aside. And then the 6x3, which is this one, you need 2 of these. On the 6-inch side, we're going to score at 1 right here, 3.5, and 5 5/8. Okay, so 5/8 is right after the 1/2 inch mark, right here, 5 5/8. So you're going to do that. Oh, I'm sorry, we still need to score some more. On the 3-inch side, we're going to score at 1/2 inch. And then 2.5 right here. Okay, I'm going to do that to both pieces, scored the exact same way. Right. And that is all the scoring we need to do with the 6x3. And our next piece was a 3x3. So the 3x3, we're going to score at 1/2 inch on 2 sides. Doesn't matter which 2, because it's a 3x3. So 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to flip it over, and 1/2 inch. Okay, that is what we're doing with the 3x3. Now, nothing for this. Okay, so that's all the scoring we need to do. Now we're going to go back to the 6x6 that's already scored. So on the 6x6, I am going to do a little bit of marking here. And remember, this is our flap. On the wider side, I'm going to mark at 1 1/4, and that is 1 1/4 from the top. So let me get my pencil. So I'm going to put a little mark right there, 1 1/4, and I'm going to do the same on the other side, 1 1/4, and then I'm going to flip it, and this is the bottom. Your smaller score will be towards you, and then I'm going to mark the center, which is 3 inches. Okay, so I'm going to put a small tick mark on the 3-inch center, or the center, which is 3 inches on each side. That is the center right there. So if I join those two right here, 1 1/4 by the 3, or with the 3, and then again I'm going to mark 1 1/4 to the center mark, which is 3 inches from the edge. this is going to be our flap. So I'm simply going to cut that line right there. Okay. And if I burnish my score marks, now I'm going to burnish the other way as well, because that is our hinge that attaches to the body of the bag that opens and closes. So this is my flap to the bag. Okay, so that's done. Now the next thing we cut were the body of the bag. So this one we do mark 1/4 from the top and 1/4 from the bottom. So I will do that right here with you guys. So my bag is going to go this way. This is the body of the bag, okay, like this. My flap will be right here. So to make that pretty shape at the bottom, I'm going to mark 1/4 of an inch on both sides, and then 1/4 of an inch from the first 1/4 of an inch down. Okay, so this is my bottom. I'm going to mark 1/4 of an inch, a little mark right there, and then again on this side 1/4 of an inch, and then I'm going to join these two marks that way. This one with this one, and this is what I'm cutting off. And since I'm really lazy, I'm just going to, instead of doing it twice, I'm going to put these together, make sure they are the exact same size. I'm just going to cut these two at the same time. Okay, there we go. And I am going to hold it really tight and cut the other side as well. And that is my front, that is my back, okay? So while I'm at it, I am going to cut my DSP as well, okay? This is the floral paper that I am using for the bag. One's for the front, one's for the back. If it's directional, you want to make sure you know what side you're putting where. And this one really isn't. So I'm going to cut these at the same time as well. But this I am going to mark because I don't trust myself. Okay, I'm going to mark these. You can also glue it on there when it's time and then cut it off. But I think I trust myself more doing it this way. So I'm going to cut that corner off. The scissors are sticky. All right, and these are going to be the front and back of our bag. So these two go together. So I'm gonna clamp these together. That way I know which one goes with what, just in case I didn't cut totally straight, okay? All right, so this is my front and my back. Our next pieces were the 6x3, and we've already done our cuts. So on this one, let me go ahead and burnish this one to show you what I'm doing. We're going to cut this one straight down right here and right here, and then we are going to make a small angle right here because that one becomes a tab. Okay, that wasn't very straight, but you want to cut out the score line. Okay, so I'm going to cut just on the other side of that score line on both sides. And this is that 1 inch piece, okay? And then I am going to cut a small angle right there. Cut that off. Same thing over here, small angle, cut that off. Now on this side, the middle one, I'm just gonna fold my paper in half. I'm going to start right at the score line right here, and I'm gonna cut an angle as well. I'm gonna cut a little bit bigger than that, okay? And then again, start at your fold line and then cut at an angle. Okay, so you should be looking like this. And then for the small end, we are going to cut an angle on this corner and an angle on that corner. Do the same to the other side. So your piece should look like this. Both of them should look this way, okay? Both your pieces should be looking the same, okay? And take my 3x3. So this one is finished. Take my 3x3. I'm going to score that line. And on this one, I'm just gonna cut the four corners at an angle. And that's what this one looks like. Now, the last tiny piece that we cut, we do nothing to this one. Okay, we do nothing to this one. This one is just, remember, a cover for the bottom. So we are ready to assemble our bag with the exception of these. I almost forgot. This is where the chain is going to go, or whatever you're going to put on there. You can do a paper handle, you can do a ribbon handle, I'm going to use a chain, and it's going to be silver. Okay, I'm using silver for this one, and this one I got at Michael's. I have already attached, these are just some split rings, and you can use a thinner chain. That, you know, of course that part is up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and use the cardstock. So for the connector, I'm going to cut 1 3/4 by 1/4 inch. And on these, we need to score these as well. So I'm going to score this one at 1/2 inch on both sides. So 1/2 inch. Flip it because I can't see the numbers, and 1/2 inch. So these are scored at 1/2 inch on each side. So this is the top of the bag. Let me show you how it goes. It goes this way. It goes this way, okay? So this is the top. The handle goes on the side that has that 1 inch. So we need to cut a slit that will go from one side to the other, and this is going to be the outside. And then when we fold this down, it's going to cover the inside. So I'm going to cut 1/2 inch. I'm going to line these up just to help me a little bit. Where's my center? Okay, 1/2 inch, which is right here, and the center is right there. Okay, and this is where my loop is going to go. Okay, after, you know, I'm going to string it through here, and then the other side I'm going to string it as well. So let me do the same to the other one. All right, so we're ready to put this together. So these are the magnets that I have. You could use a larger one if you'd like, if you want a stronger hold on your bag. And you know what? I may have to do that because this paper is really thick. So I have some larger ones that I will probably use because this paper is thicker. So we're gonna get ready to assemble our bag. So the first thing we need to do is assemble the bottom. This is going to go right here, and it's gonna go on the inside, guys. Your flaps are gonna go on the inside, and we're going to cover it up. That is what this little piece is for. So I'm adding glue. You can add tape, absolutely. So I'm just going to line these up, make sure that my crease lines all match up. Okay, I think they match up. Yeah. Okay. There's the first one. The other side is going to go on the same way. All right, guys. This is the purse, and it goes that way. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Remember, I said this is just to cover those flaps. So I'm going to go ahead and glue it down because nothing else is going to be glued right there in that section. This is the bottom section of the bag, and that's it. That's all the gluing we're going to do at the bottom of this bag. So the bottom of our bag is taken care of. Okay, so we're going to take our solid DSP and we are going to glue this. Make sure it fits. Okay, because I did tell you it was 1 1/4. It's not 1 1/4. It's 1 1/2 from the bottom up, 1 1/2 from the corners in. Okay, so we are going to glue this right here, just like we did the, you know, the bottom piece or these two pieces. So we're going to glue this to the inside of our bag. So I, again, am going to use glue. I am actually going to turn it over so I can see what I'm doing. Make sure that this folds and is even. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to do the one on the other side. I'm going to glue that one down as well. Okay, guys, I am going to continue to glue these this way, right here, and then this one right here. And yes, we're going to have this flap left over. Make sure right now, while we still have time, make sure that this flap does not touch the fold lines, okay? Because we want this one to lay as flat as possible. So now we are going to continue to glue our little flaps here all the way around this way, okay? So let me do that. Okay, so all my sides are glued down. So here is my purse so far. This is going to go in this way. But what I did, guys, because you know me, I don't like unfinished, even if it's the inside. I took some more cardstock, same color, and I cut it the same way I did the front of the purse, and I just trimmed off a little bit on the edges. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down just so it'll be finished on the inside, so it'll look nice and finished. Okay, I've glued those inside mats. Now I'm a lot happier now because it looks finished. This is the back side. You have an option. This is the front. This is the way the front's gonna go. So this is the back. Now you can either put your piece over your DSP and have it look like that, or you can do what I did and put it this way. I like it this way better, but that is you know, a choice that you have. So I'm going to attach magnets. So put the magnet down right there. And I know this is going to go right here, and it's going to fit over the bag, you know, same width and everything. So I know it goes right there. So I'm going to use a little piece of tape. To get it stuck down on there, so that they will stick where they're supposed to go. And then I'm going to line these up. Okay, I think I got it on there. Now I'm gonna put my DSP on the front. All right, that is the front of our bag. Still need to put the handles in there. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down. It's looking good so far. What I am going to do now is I'm going to get a piece of the same paper and I'm going to cover the front so that the front, the magnet is not exposed. Because again, to me it looks a little unfinished, but I mean, you could leave it like that, honestly. And once you are happy with how your bag or your layer looks, go ahead and glue that down. All right, here we go. There is the outside of our bag. Before I go on, I'm going to go ahead and do this because I'm just not going to be happy until it gets done. 6 by 3. All right, guys, so I've just cut a layering piece, basically a matting piece. And I'm just going to glue that over the entire front flap so that it hides the magnet. Again, you can leave it as it is. And this piece is 6 by 3. And I'm just going to put it right over the flap. There we go, guys. This is what we have so far. Now, for me, the hardest part is this. I've already, like I said, put the jump ring through my chain. I'm going to put the loop through the split ring, and I am going to feed it through this hole right here. And she puts double-sided tape on the inside, guys. I did forget that, but I think I'll be fine. So there are the loops. And I'm just going to use some glue because it'll have the other loop over it, or the other flap over it. So hopefully you can see I strung both of them through. I'm just going to open them up, glue them down, and this one I think I'm going to cut a little bit because it may not let that fold all the way down. Yeah, no, it's fine. Okay, and this flap I will glue down. It's a little hard to handle. I'm gonna cut this down just a smidge. Okay, I will put glue on here. And I'm going to fold that down. There is one side of our handle. Okay, so I'm going to make sure this chain is straight, and it will go across to this side. Grab my little loop, feed it through, feed it through the opening. pull it. I'm going to cut this down just a little bit anyway. Okay. And then I am going to put glue on both sides and glue them down. Now I am going to put glue on this flap. Pull that down. Guys, we are complete. There's just one last thing left to do. Here is the bag. Oh my gosh, I just think that it looks beautiful in the silver, just as pretty as it does in the gold. Is my middle part. And this is a bling piece that one of you beautiful ladies sent me. So instead of glue, I'm going to put some E6000. My bling piece dry and, you know, really adhere. Well, my little bag is finished. Oh my gosh, I just love it. Oh my goodness, guys, this is such a beautiful bag. This bling piece is perfect. It matches that chain perfectly. So here we are, and it adheres really well. I mean, like, that magnet really grabs on really well. It's finished all the way on the inside. So I just love the simplicity, the elegance. So even with these beautiful, you know, this beautiful flower pattern, it is beautifully elegant. This is just gorgeous. So that is my tutorial for today. Here's the other one. And in the next one, we will make the box. The box is not, the tutorial won't be as long because the box doesn't require so many cuts and pieces as the bag does. But this is it, guys. Oh my gosh, I just love it. There we go. All right, guys, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. It really does help every YouTube channel when they get the thumbs up. I appreciate that. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a great day.